This super coffee is making me feel some sort of way. As you can see, I'm trying to turn my car into a sailboat. Real quick, my hair has never been this long before. Look at that. Gwen, you've got your work cut out for you. No pun intended. I think most questions that I get about living in my car is, how do I eat? Or, are you eating well? This is by no means a guide to how to eat while living in your car, but this is just what I do and my initial experience with my 1.5 months so far. I would say my most frequent go-to are deli sandwiches from local mercantiles, or sometimes the pre-made ones from gas stations or Walmart or grocery stores. But mostly I try to look for local mercantiles where they make it right there in the shop right in front of you. They're usually cheaper than Subway and 1,000 times better and fresher. It's been a good way for me to eat something that feels filling while also kind of getting vegetables in. But then I get other things from gas stations, like other stuff that I couldn't keep in my car usually. From this Kmart, quite literally the first vegetables I've eaten since I've left. I also treat myself to going out to eat once in a while. I mostly try to look for foods that are uniquely local to either the state or city I'm in, so like lobster in Maine, lots and lots of things with maple syrup. Clams really anywhere on the East Coast. And that's just because I happen to be in New England right now. I'm not afraid to go out and sit alone at a table for one, or usually at the bar. There was one time I was going to Polly's Pancakes and the wait was 1.5 hours, only half an hour after they opened. It was like a Tuesday or something. And I walk in and everybody's jumbling around the hostess station and I'm like, party for one? How long would that be? And they're like, come with us. I get to like do the princess wave to all the families waiting in line. I also take that opportunity to talk to the servers or the bartenders because they definitely live in the area and probably know what's around there to see. Since coming to New England, I've become more of a beer person. I wasn't so much before, but now I really liked trying different brews. I've been trying a lot of craft beers that are made in the city that I'm visiting. Sometimes I'll get coffee from a local coffee shop too. New England has also turned me into a maple syrup in my coffee person, which I never would have even thought to do before. The option I'm to cook for myself, usually like at trailheads or kind of in the middle of nowhere, parks, not so much in Walmart parking lots. I go grocery shopping for the things that I want to cook pretty much that day because it's been a little bit difficult to keep things in my cooler. I just got back from the Stop and Shop store. Keeping a cooler full of food has been a trial and error experience. Obviously, based on my other videos, I also use this thing as a bed platform, but I started out without this rack, and once the ice melted, all the food would start just like floating in it. There was one time I got mushrooms, and it just turned into soupy mushroom water. It was disgusting. So I'm trying new ways to keep the food elevated. I got this rack, but even then food was falling on either side. So today I got these Tupperware containers. Hopefully it'll keep the things I want out of the water. I plan on cooking up these mushrooms later. Oat milk for my coffee. Way better to keep a nut or an oat milk because it's easier and less likely to spoil. It's especially annoying because then I have to lug the whole cooler, which is basically an extension of my car at this point, out of the car in a random parking lot and empty all the gross, rotting vegetable water, wipe things on the inside or else it's still going to mold, and then put all the shit back. If my food didn't get wet, that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, I still would have to empty it every once in a while, but like, ugh. I'm hoping this new system works. My dad gave me this right before I left, and it's like one of my favorite possessions. His mom, meaning my grandma's dad, used this while he was on the run from the Russians, like trying to flee Latvia through Germany to America. It's so cool that now I can use it, but it's also just cool in itself, like, but it also has other things. I don't really use them so much. As for cooking supplies, I have about everything I'd need to cook almost anything I'd want to. I'm not broiling steaks or anything. Stir fry, pasta, I don't know, honestly. If you guys could help me, I could use some ideas of things to try to cook on my Coleman grill. That's a good idea. Yeah, what would be a fun, easy, scrumptious, nutritious thing to cook on my Coleman grill? My Coleman stove. And then sometimes I just snack. If I go to the grocery store, I'll pick up healthier things like fruit to be snacking on. Is snacks. It's probably the best cheddar cheese I've ever had. It's Vermont Sharp. But if it's been a while since I've been to a grocery store or I'm feeling lazy, then maybe the snacks won't be so healthy. There has been a day where the only thing that entered my mouth were Cheez-Its. I'm not sad, you're sad. To be honest, there were a couple days after that were also mostly Cheez-Its. I'm a sick girl, okay? That's not a car living problem, that's a me problem. I keep some of them just right here next to me so that they're easy to eat while I am driving. My next car living video will probably be on hygiene and like beauty, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so. Anywho, make sure to keep up with my other videos. I'm gonna try to keep posting. I haven't been so good at it lately, but I'll do better. One playlist I'm making is about my travels, and my other playlist has all of my videos about living in my car. Either way, I will see you soon.